Well, hello, hello, and good afternoon, good evening, or good morning. Don't know where you are and what time you're seeing this, but I want to let you know that I am back and I have some quick, easy, budget friendly, super easy, super healthy dinner ideas or meal ideas. So, whatever time you eat your main meal, I got some great ideas for you. So, before we get into it, I am going to ask that if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know if you're new. And if you are new, hit subscribe and we'll be able to become a community and you'll be able to have access to all my videos. Okay, so here we go. I literally it took me less than 3 minutes to open my prepper pantry and say to myself, I'm going to pick out some great meals to make. Super easy meals that won't break the bank, will not send you over budget, and are healthy. I was able to do that because I do have a prepper pantry. And I have a variety of things in my freezer, in my long-term storage, in short-term storage, my refrigerator freezer. Yep, I am well stacked. Okay? So what can you do with your stash? All right, so you want to go through and see what is an easy meal that I could whip up. Something healthy that's not going to take a lot of fuss. Now, whether you can adjust it if you're one person, two people, a family of three or more, you can adjust the amounts and everything. These are just simple ideas. These are things that I think are a staple in everyone's pantry. And if it isn't, it should be. Consider it, okay? My very first thing, I did a video on this in December. This is spaghetti aglio. Okay, this is very easy. You're going to boil your spaghetti, okay, and drain it. You're going to heat up some olive oil and some garlic. You're going to add some salt and pepper. Drain your spaghetti. Toss it in that pan. Toss it around a few minutes. Boom. There's a great dinner. Can you add stuff to it? Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, my father used to love this with a can of anchovies. I don't like anchovies. I don't like sardines. But you could use tuna. You could add a can of chicken to it. Or if you like the sardines, you can do the sardines. Great meal. Everybody seems to like it but me. I just don't like anchovies. And I have a very sensitive seafood allergy. So I would have to have this plain, but I would add a veg into it if I had to. Okay? The second meal idea I came up with was I saw some recipes for like a chicken melt, like a chicken patty with cheese. And it had the recipe on there how to make the chicken patty, so I'm definitely going to make them. And if you're out of potatoes and you have instant mashed potatoes on hand, use them. That's what they're for. Stop going to the grocery store. Look around and see what you have. I have home canned potatoes, and to be honest with you, they don't make good mashed potatoes. And I'm out of fresh potatoes, and I don't want to keep buying them because I don't eat them that often. So I am going to go into my stash, and I kept the recipe on here for my roasted garlic mashed potatoes. So that, along with the can of chicken, and I might make a little brown gravy. I might open up a canned veg, or I might just have some salad with it. That might be a real nice treat, okay? Just something a little different on the side. Now, don't ever underestimate soup, okay? I have here some bone broth beef soup stock that I made with some celery and carrots in it. What you see floating on the top is the seasoning, so don't get scared. It's fine. And I'm going to bulk it up. I'm going to add some cooked orzo to it. And you could actually serve this with a nice piece of bread, or maybe a half a grilled cheese, or a whole grilled cheese, or just some crackers if you want. That could be a lunch or a dinner. depending on you. You decide what you want in your family. You decide what enough is. You decide how much of everything you want to have at each meal. But these are just simple ideas. When I was growing up and we had soup, my mom didn't open up a can of Campbell's soup. Her soup was loaded with vegetables and chicken and pasta. It was a meal. It is a one-pan meal. When she made soup, it was a meal. And we would have nice, real Italian bread with it and some butter. Perfect dinner, especially in the winter. The other thing, I know, the price of eggs is going up. But don't forget, eggs is still a fantastic source of protein and calcium. And compared to the price of meat nowadays, eggs are still the cheapest source of protein, I believe. Now, you're saying, okay, scrambled eggs. No, you don't have to just do scrambled eggs. Add some veg to it. You can bulk it up with some vegetables. What I'm going to do, because I love greens, I have here some dehydrated radish greens that I heard are so healthy for you. So I got my radish greens and I dehydrated them. And I'm going to add them, I'm going to rehydrate them, add them to the omelet. I might throw some cheese in there. I might also throw in some cooked cauliflower and just make a nice, what we call a frittata. Okay, with a lot of grated parm. You start it on top of the stove. You finish it in the oven. It is superb. You don't have to do it in the oven either if you don't want. But that is another great meal. You could have that, maybe sliced tomato if you want on the side with some balsamic vinegar and olive oil, a little salt and pepper. It doesn't take much to make things taste good if you know what you're doing. Okay, so here's another meal that I found. Escarole and beans. Well, escarole, I don't always have a whole lot of escarole. I grow it and I dehydrate it and I use it as I need it. But did you guys ever hear of spinach and beans? Or beans and greens in general? So here I have some home canned Great Northern beans and a can of spinach. And what I'm going to do, very simply, is drain out and rinse the beans. I am going to drain out my spinach. I am going to put some homemade chicken broth that I canned myself in a shallow pan. I have a frying pan that's like 2 or 3 inches high. It's perfect for a dish like this. Or you could do it in a pot, like a saucepan. But I'm going to saute a little bit of olive oil and garlic. I'm going to add the beans to it. I'm going to take a little bit of spinach and add that to it, and then throw in some chicken broth and let it all come together. And I'm telling you, this meal can literally come together in 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute, but frugal dinner. This, again, with a slice of Italian bread. You got your calcium, you're getting your greens, you're getting your protein from your beans, you're getting your carb from your bread. I'm telling you, this is a great winter meal. And it like I said, it comes together in no time. I believe that the spinach and beans or greens and beans can be made ahead and frozen in containers if you want to do some large batch cooking. If you're going to do the frittata and you're going to add your cheese and your veg and your greens and everything, doesn't have to be a quiche. Just make the omelet with no crust. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Add your veg into it. And I personally am not crazy about eggs that have been cooked and frozen. But if you like them and it works for you, maybe you have a different way of freezing them that I'm not aware of. But to me, they always have that watery taste to them after. So that's why I don't freeze anything that has cooked eggs, like an omelet or a quiche. I won't do that. But you could, portion it out. You could have this in the morning. You could have it for lunch. You could have it for dinner. And the can of chicken, you can always make chicken salad out of it. You don't have to have mashed potatoes with it and make it a dinner. So do you see what I'm doing with all this? Do you get it? With just a few items, I came up with 5 meals that are quick, easy, and budget friendly. Some of the things are interchangeable. You could just add something to the meal, or all these meals you can have as is, just as I'm presenting it to you right now. Again, a salad, a sliced tomato on the side, some fruit, a sliced cucumber, a little dish of pickle and olives on the side to any of these, and you have a real great meal. So you don't have to worry about getting protein in every single meal. Folks, just make sure you're getting enough protein throughout the day. Okay? As long as you have it every day and you have enough of it. Don't fret over, well, this meal doesn't have that much protein. No, but you had an egg for breakfast. You had a grilled cheese for lunch. Or, you had some yogurt for a snack. Add up all your grams of protein. Make sure you get enough. You don't have to have it all at one meal. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, so these are some quick meals. I do hope that you like these ideas. And as always, leave a comment below because I'm very interested in finding out what you guys have in your prepper pantry. Do you have anything similar to this? What could you come up with? Take out a few items, put them on your counter, and come up with some ideas. That is your assignment. All right, guys, I love you all so much. As always, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And Mimi will catch you the next time on Mimi's Place.